consistency, and I do find that with thicker consistency top coats, they do usually last longer and they're usually much shinier. So yes, so this is everything. I've just laid everything out for you guys, and now I'm just going to size my nails up to the dual forms, just so that I can use the dual forms for this video. I usually don't prefer dual forms, but honestly it's not the worst. If you need a quick nail, I feel like this is definitely the way to go. And remember that practice does make perfect, so you're probably not gonna get it too good on the first try, but definitely keep practicing and you will get it. So I believe for the thumb I was a 4, for the index and ring finger I was a 6, for the middle finger I was also a 6, and for the baby finger I was an 8. So I'm just pouring some of that slip solution into my dapping dish, and this came out really nicely. It didn't like overflow or anything, everything was just really nice. And then I'm going to start off with applying some base coat into the dual form, because I wanted to kind of add a bronze kind of foil to this set. I just felt like I could do a cute goldish kind of set. I don't know, I just felt like I wanted to use some of my flakes today, so that's what I've done. And I have cured this layer already, so I've cured the foil in there so it doesn't move when I go to use my polygel. So I'm putting just a good amount in the dual form, and I'm dipping my brush in the slip solution and just starting to pat that around. And straight away I could tell that this polygel was really easy to work with. It wasn't super hard, and it wasn't super soft, because what happens is when it's super soft it becomes almost sticky, almost like builder gel consistency, and then it's almost impossible to move around. And when it's too hard, then it's obviously too difficult to move around, like it just doesn't move and it's really hard to work with. So this was a good in between, and it reminded me a lot of the Macart. It was very similar to the Macart polygel, which was really nice. And as you can see, I'm having no problems getting this nice and flush, nice and smooth. And then I just remove the dual form, check out what everything looks like on top before I go on to putting on my nail. And when I'm happy, I put it on, push down a little bit, and then I cure for 60 seconds. And then because I did do a full length on this, I had to use my like tweezers to kind of pop off the dual form, which definitely helps. So for this finger, I wanted to do kind of like, not necessarily a marble, but kind of like a cloudy-ish kind of nail. I don't feel like you could tell too much, but it doesn't really matter, because I already had planned in mind to put like a bunch of crystals on this finger, so it didn't really matter what really was underneath. So yeah, I guess I'm just trying this out. It did work really well, and I did like how this looked too. And again, having no problems with the polygel. Sometimes it does happen where polygel will stick to your brush the more you use it, but I didn't find that with these polygels. And it was also really easy to kind of get off the spatula and into the dual form as well. So here I'm just using a hairpin to just kind of blend those colors together a little bit. I did need a little more, so I did add some more in there. And I also want to mention that I do like to use base coat a lot with my polygel, but when a kit provides slip solution, I do try it out. It's not that I don't like it, I just find that with your base coat, you can definitely glide and get a much smooth and even surface. But since these are dual forms, it doesn't really matter too much, because again, when you pop these off, your surface is nice and smooth already. So I didn't mind using the slip solution for this video. And for this finger, I believe I did like almost like a fade into the gold foil, or not gold, sorry, it was actually a bronzy kind of foil. So yeah, I'm I'm just putting that in there, and I like that when you blend out this polygel shade, it becomes a little lighter, so it's definitely like a buildable kind of color. So if I was to add another thick layer on top, it would be a bit more on the pinky side. It wouldn't be so it would be more opaque is what I'm trying to say, which is nice. I do like that with polygels because sometimes I like to go for more of like a natural look just on my natural nails. I can overlay, and it helps when the polygel can be applied very thin and look also really natural. So I really like that about this. And I did apply some base coat before going in with the foil. I did not cure the pink layer. Don't cure that pink layer, otherwise you won't be able to pop it on your nail because that will be cured obviously. So yeah, that's pretty much what I did. I also encapsulated with the clear just in case I missed that. And again, just repeating what I did on the index finger to the ring finger, but this time I believe I'm using less of that pink shade. I'm just trying my best here to kind of get like a clear / pinky marble. It wasn't a big deal. Like I said, I'm gonna go over these nails with crystals, so I didn't really mind. And my dual foam was like sliding off the more I was pushing on it, so there you go, I just fixed that. And yeah, that's pretty much what I'm gonna do for the rest of the video. I did find that when I popped off the dual foams as well, that it was the structure was kind of thin. There wasn't too much apex, so you could definitely go over and apply some more and, you know, kind of build up your apex if you wanted to. Personally, I didn't, because this is just how the nails look and this is just what they're going to be like, so there you go. But you could definitely do that if you wanted to. And I also want to mention, when you apply polygel, don't forget to apply base coat to your natural nails. That part accidentally got cut off because I thought I was filming but I wasn't, so I'm sorry about that. So before you go on to apply your polygel onto the nail, just make sure that you apply your base coat as the first step. Of course, prep and everything before that, but with some kits they don't require you to prep at all. You could just go straight in with your base coat and then it'll be fine. But I know some people like to remove cuticles, buff up the surface of the nail, etc. So if you do want to do that, make sure you prep first, then apply your base coat and then go in with your polygel. So now for the last finger, I have really tiny like pinky fingers, but luckily they had a size for me. Sometimes I find that with dual forms they don't have a size small enough for me, which is kind of annoying, but this brand did, so I was really happy. And again, just repeating what I did on the thumb to the pinky finger. And once I'm done with that, I'm going in with the nail file that they gave. I don't know why I forgot to show that in the beginning, but it does come with a 180 to 100 grit file. And I'm just basically removing that little lip that kind of forms with the dual form. Again, you will never get a perfectly sculpted nail with a dual form, so you've always, well, at least for me, I always have to go in with some filing to just fix up the shape first of all, and usually around the cuticle area. Other than that, the surface is always perfect, it's always smooth. I never have to even buff it or anything. You can buff it if you kind of want your top coat to stick, but personally I don't. And there you go. It's not much filing as well, like it's very minimal, and it's just very quick. I was able to file this nail very quickly, it was very easy. And don't forget also to remove the sticky layer under the nail, because of course that part also has polygel. And then here I'm also showing you how I do it with my e-file. So I just go over with my ceramic bit. This is medium grit, and I'm using the Macart JD700 e-file at like a very low speed. Polygel is super soft, so you don't really need to put too much pressure or need a high speed to file. And I just focus on the shape, so the free edge like that. Very satisfying, this bit for me. Yeah, just make sure it's nice and straight, and then I do the cuticle just like that. I like to use this shape of a bit because it has that nice small end to it. for that cuticle area, and then I just make sure I'm holding it nice and straight when doing the edges, and that's pretty much it. And then also don't forget your shaping underneath. You can just go in and fix that, but if you're not too fussed about that, then you could always just leave that part. And then again, I just want to make my shape a little more narrow. I did go for like a coffin here, so I'm just trying to make it a little bit more narrow. There you go. And then just make sure you're happy with everything. I really like how the thumb turned out. Actually, I think that's probably one of my favorites. Without the crystals, probably the thumb looked really nice. And I'm just removing that dust really well. Make sure you remove your dust super well. You don't want to get dust in your top coat. And I really like this top coat, so I definitely didn't want to get any dust in here. And then I'm using a lint-free wipe with some acetone to remove that extra dust in like the crevices of the cuticle and the side walls. And also don't forget the underneath, you have to clean the underneath, otherwise it will remain sticky and annoying, and no soap does not get the stickiness off. So now going in with top coat, again, was really happy how this top coat was. I feel like it was quite high quality. This whole brand in total felt really like a really good quality brand. Yeah, I really liked everything from the packaging to the kit itself. A really nice, simple, almost starter kit. I do wish they did bigger kits though, like for people who want to do like more extra kind of nails, maybe add some glitter polygels in there or something. I think that would be really nice. And then for that middle finger, because it was kind of clear / murky, I did put some top coat underneath. I just like to do that. And then just top coating everything. I didn't get any like leaking, like nothing leaked into my cuticles or side walls with this top coat, because I really liked the consistency of it. So I basically cured that, and I'm going in with a second layer of top coat just on these two fingers, because that's where I'm applying my crystals. So I have these super adorable bow. I really like them. I just think they're really cute, and I found these, I believe, on AliExpress somewhere. These were so old that I just don't know where they're from, so I'm really sorry. But basically I'm applying also my other crystals, which I kind of wanted to use because they have this nice iridescent look to them, so I thought it would tie in well with the little bow. And then don't forget to apply your cuticle oil and massage that in really well so that you bring all that moisture back. Go, and that's pretty much for this look. I really like how these nails turned out. Thank you guys so much for watching. And thank you to GlowTips for sending me their kit to try out. I think it was really cute, really nice. I like the packaging, I like the quality of the products. I will let you guys know how long these nails hold up for. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.